project Vuoropuhelu started in 2007, but our organization started cooperation with Miessakit in 2008, and all the way along we have gone through different changes, writing, but again, the last days, very rewarding. Because, first briefly, I want to go into detail a little bit about the background of this organization. In 2006, I was baptized through Moya in Finnish Refugee Council, from Apu, and that's through Finnish Refugee Council, that's how I met with Heikki, who was also at that time trainee, isn't also trainee at Finnish at the Miessakit. And then when we started cooperating through this Vuoropuhelu project, it came into the idea that in immigrant men we need also empowerment. They need some kind of empowerment, because this cliche, this way of integration has been over and over used, and then until it has lost its exact meaning. And then what we thought is that some people need integration while others need empowerment. And that's how we discussed with Miessakit that we should set up this organization called Social Empowerment Organization. And then as you can see the name, this organization does not represent any particular ethnic group, doesn't represent any particular gender, and it was set up to empower all mankind. This is our basic principle. And that is one of the basic factors which has enabled us to be able to cooperate with different organizations, whether they are in immigrant background organizations or Finnish organizations. And that's how we have ended up working with Miessakit until the present day. And this organization is also a member of Heli, which is the network organization for all immigrants. And as most of our members are also of Somali background, not necessarily all Somalis, but most of our members are Somali background. As Somali people are, if they are the first population with the highest number in Finland from Africa. That's how we also have many Somali members in our organization. But again, we have different organizations which are represented, but in this organization, Somalis are one of our target groups, but they are not the only target groups that we have. And that is what enabled us to work with different organizations. And again, if I come back to the point of this Vuoropuhelu project, we have experienced with our strength of cooperating with Miessakit and having fulfilling our responsibility in this project was that one of our strengths, we had the cultural capital, Kulttuuripa-oma, because our organization was able to identify the needs of our members, what they need. We have been able to come up with how our members are able to take advantage of this Vuoropuhelu project. And that is how we have planned some programs. For example, what we have found out that most people study Finnish language at school, but they don't get an opportunity to practice the Finnish language. Mostly they concentrate on grammar, and they don't have opportunity. And most of them are new in the country, and then in one way or another they are unable to communicate or interact with the wider Finnish society. And this program became an opportunity for them to be able to practice, as Heikki said, their Finnish language. And at the same time, it was an opportunity to meet a Finnish person face to face, so that they can also exchange ideas and see the similarity and differences of culture of Finnish and Somali and immigrant culture. And then this was an opportunity for us, this was one of our strengths. And what the other opportunity we had is that we have a Miessakit, an organization which had this resources that we could run the groups that could find us. Before we had our office in Merirasela, we used to organize these groups in Miessakit premises in Anankatu in the center. And this was also an opportunity. Well, we also had the opportunity of financial resources, that the material, all the Miessakit could cover. This was one of our opportunities. And the weakness we had was that the time was very short, and we had sometimes a large group, and then they have different needs. And some of them come to improve their Finnish language. Some of them have been in Finland for long enough. They have a Finnish language skills to some extent, but still they are cut off. They were cut off from the wider Finnish society, and they were unable to see the opportunities that they could get in Finland. The opportunities were there, but people did not have the necessary information. They have this what's called ennakkoluulo. They were not able. So some of them had the opportunity to get information, and thanks to Heikki, that many of our participants were able to get enough information about what they wanted. For example, what we can be proud of, for example, in this project, if you can go back to and one of the things that we can be proud of is that some of the participants of this project are now the group leaders. They are doing the same job that I was doing. And that they are now leading groups. They are motivating. This is one of the things. And they have been able to, like for example, Faisal, with that guy with the blue shirt, he came through our organization, SEMO, and he participated in this group meeting. And now, what we can be proud of is that today he is also helping others. We empowered him. He got the motivation to study, continue studies, and now we discussed, hey, it's time for Faisal to also give back something to the community. And now what we can be proud of is that he's running this private group. There are also so many others who have also been able to get into the work life, to look for higher education, and I, as a group leader at that time, I was relatively also new because I came here in Finland in the last 7 years. I was also a live example for others of what they can achieve, because I thought, hey, I came here 7 years ago, and what I did is that I went beyond my community. I tried to study for a university. I went to study in university. I tried to work as a volunteer, and now I have a gift of you guys can also achieve that. The opportunities are there, and if you only accept the process that you have to go through, everything is there for you, but you have to work for it. And this gave a motivation to many people. And now today, what we can be proud of, many of the participants of our project, Miessakit, are now working in different sectors. Some have learned Finnish language well. They improved their Finnish language. Now they are taxi drivers. Some of them went for professional school, ammattikoulu. It has become a motivation for them. And what I have to briefly conclude is that, apart from the Finnish language and improving Finnish language, that the participants were able to improve their Finnish language skills, and also that they got information about the opportunities in Finland. The other thing that we got is that it became a forum or a platform where Finnish men and immigrant men can interact. And that's how also the Helsinki city felt that, hey, this is a very suitable project. This is the only project of its kind that is serving for the immigrant men. And that's how we also ended up, and that Yle also broadcast this. So this is briefly what I can tell you, but maybe we can, if you have more questions, we can discuss later. Thank you for listening, and I will give back to Heikki now.
Siinä oli monipuolinen